A $147,000 Audi loses over $100,000 in 5 years. A BMW that cost $140,000 new is selling for under $60,000. And a Mercedes that was supposed to compete with Tesla is now worth less than a loaded Honda Accord. These are 12 German cars that are now worthless in 2026. And some of these numbers are genuinely hard to believe. Number 12, the Mercedes CLA. The CLA starts around $43,000. It was supposed to bring new buyers into the Mercedes family with that 3-pointed star on the hood. In practice, it is the car that teaches people why the cheapest version of an expensive brand is rarely a bargain. The CLA shares very little with the C-Class or E-Class above it. The interior feels closer to a Volkswagen Jetta than a Mercedes, the rear seat is cramped, and the resale market has noticed. 5-year-old CLAs are selling for less than $17,000. The badge gets you in the door, but it does not protect your investment. Number 11. Q3. The Q3 starts at around $44,000 and competes against the BMW X1, the Mercedes GLA, and the Volvo XC40. The problem is that every one of those competitors offers something the Q3 does not. The X1 drives better and the XC40 holds its value longer. According to IC Cars, the Q3 loses nearly 47% of its value over 5 years. That is over $20,000 in depreciation on a compact crossover that costs about the same as a Toyota Highlander, but the Highlander will still be worth something when you go to sell it. Number 10. The BMW 2 Series Gran Coupe. BMW built the 2 Series Gran Coupe to compete with the CLA, and in the process created a car that confused everyone. It is not a coupe. It is a small front-wheel drive sedan with a sloped roofline, which is unusual for BMW, and it costs over $40,000, putting it uncomfortably close to the 3 Series. Buyers who cross-shop quickly realize a lightly used 3 Series offers more of everything for similar money. The 2 Series Gran Coupe loses over 52% of its value in 5 years. Number 9, the BMW 3 Series. This one hurts because the 3 Series defined the sports sedan category for decades. The current generation starts at around $58,000. IC Cars data shows it loses roughly 55% of its value over 5 years. That is $32,000 in depreciation alone. Part of the problem is volume. More than half of all 3 Series sedans go out on leases, flooding the used market with low-mileage examples every 3 years. Number 8. The Volkswagen ID.4. Volkswagen launched the ID.4 in 2021 at just under $45,000, positioning it as the practical alternative to the Tesla Model Y. 5 years later, used examples are selling for around $15,000, roughly 55% depreciation. According to Kelley Blue Book, values could drop to roughly $13,000 by 2027. The combination of mediocre early reviews and a used electric vehicle market that punishes anything that is not a Tesla has crushed this car's resale. Number 7. The BMW M5. More than 600 horsepower, a starting price of around $122,000, and one of the most capable performance sedans ever built. According to IC Cars, the M5 loses 60% of its value over 5 years. That is roughly $73,000 gone, more than the entire purchase price of a new BMW M2. The M5 has always been a low-volume car, competing for a small pool of used buyers. The previous generation drops sharply the moment the next one is announced. Number 6. The BMW i8. Butterfly doors, a carbon fiber body, and a price tag of more than $147,000. BMW discontinued the i8 after the 2020 model year. The hybrid powertrain gives you only about 18 miles of electric range, and the 3-cylinder engine sounds nothing like the exotic machine the i8 pretends to be. The i8 retains roughly half its value after 5 years, which sounds reasonable until you do the math. Half of $147,000 is over $70,000 in depreciation. That is the price of a brand new BMW X5. Gone. Quick thing before we get to the top 5 on this list. The data on this channel shows that over 80% of you watching right now are not subscribed. That means you are showing up for the content, but the algorithm has no reason to show you the next video. If you have made it this far, you clearly care about making smarter car buying decisions. Hit subscribe so you do not miss the next one. Number 5, the Audi A7. The A7 is one of the best-looking sedans Audi makes, starting at around $72,000. It sits between the A6 and the A8, and that is precisely the problem. The A6 offers nearly the same technology for $15,000 less. The A8 offers genuine flagship luxury for not much more. According to IC Cars, the A7 loses nearly 57% of its value over 5 years. A $72,000 sedan is worth about $31,000 5 years later. That is over $40,000 gone on a car that the average driver cannot tell apart from the A6 at a stoplight. Number 4. The BMW M8 Gran Coupe. The M8 Gran Coupe starts at around $140,000, with over 600 horsepower and a twin-turbo V8. According to IC Cars, it loses 59.6% of its value over 5 years. In dollar terms, that is roughly $83,000 in depreciation, more than the price of a brand new M3. The Porsche Panamera and the Mercedes AMG GT both hold their value significantly better. BMW priced the M8 like a supercar, but the market treats it like a depreciating luxury sedan. Number 3, the Mercedes EQE. Mercedes launched the EQE as the electric E-Class, starting at about $78,000. According to IC Cars it loses 69.4% of its value in 5 years, shedding roughly $52,000. Used examples are now available for under $23,000. The EQE is well engineered with decent range. None of that matters when the used market is flooded with off-lease electric sedans that nobody is lining up to buy. Number 2. The BMW i3. BMW launched the i3 in 2014 as a city-focused electric car with a carbon fiber body and a design that looked like nothing else on the road. BMW discontinued it after 2021 and values have collapsed. According to IC Cars, the i3 loses over 70% of its value in 5 years. Used examples are selling for under $15,000, and some earlier models are under $10,000. The limited range of 153 miles is the main culprit. In a market where a Tesla Model 3 covers over 270 miles, the i3 feels like a relic. Number 1. The Audi e-tron GT. The e-tron GT is gorgeous. Low, wide, and aggressive, it shares a platform with the Porsche Taycan. The base model starts at $147,000. According to IC Cars, it loses 71.4% of its value in 5 years. That is $105,000 in depreciation, more than the price of a new Mercedes E-Class. Gone in 5 years. The Taycan retains significantly more value because of the Porsche badge. Audi simply does not carry the same aspirational weight in the electric sports car segment. If you want an e-tron GT, buy used. 3-year-old examples are available for a fraction of what the original owner paid, and the car has not gotten any slower. Every car on this list proves the same point. German engineering and German resale value are two completely different things. If you want the experience without the financial hit, buy used. Let the first owner absorb the depreciation and pick up a 2 or 3-year-old example at half the original price. The seats do not know what you paid for them. If you want to see which German cars actually hold their value, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one.